Alright, so I'm excited about this video. We got a prime 13-pound brisket right here. My mom asked me if I could cook her and my dad a brisket for their anniversary. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So I got this right here. I'm gonna smoke it on my Highland. Gonna do an all-nighter, so I'm gonna see, I don't know what time I'm gonna put the brisket on, maybe 11, 12 at night. But we're gonna let it ride throughout the whole night. I'm gonna be using probably go from post oak to mesquite, we'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna trim it up right here, and then we'll get the pit going. So here it is. It's a nice looking brisket on the fat side. So I'm gonna be trimming it cold. It helps when it's that way because everything is hard, and when you slice it into it, it's not gonna be all flimsy, the fat, so it makes it easier to cut through it. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. See this part right here? I'm gonna cut that off right there, trim it off. See, it's hanging out. You don't want it. You want it all sit flush, sit even. So just like that. And go just a little bit more. And there's that hard fat right there. So for the time being, just gotta slice it right there. And then get in there like that. See, you don't want that. That's what it looks like. So let's get some of this hard fat off. And this is by no means no competition trimming. This is just what they say, backyard, right? And one of the reasons why I'm just cutting it how they do the backyard is because I want as much as meat still left on the brisket. As you know, whenever they do backyard, a competition, the brisket's gonna be gutted, so I don't want that. I'm trying to preserve as much meat as I can. But feel free to cut it competition, or just cut it your way. In the eyes of some, it won't be the right way, but to you, it'll be the right way, right? Let's get that silver skin off. It's not going to be the prettiest, but hopefully it'll be the tastiest brisket. Here, well, I'm gonna just get just a little bit. Like right here, this is real thin, so you would really just cut it like that. Like I said, I want to preserve as much as I can, so at the end of the day, you cut it how you want to cut it. Like I said, it's not going to be the prettiest looking trim brisket, but hopefully it'll be the tastiest. Off camera, I'll look it over again, and if I need to, I'll trim some more off. Like I said, I wanted to keep as much meat as I can, remove as much fat as I can. But obviously, if you're cooking another way, competition, or if you really want to get it down, you'll trim it differently. See that fat into the meat. And yeah. Next thing to do is fire up the Highland. So let's get to that. fire. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, I got this mesquite right here. I'm just gonna toss it in there and let it burn and get a coal bed going. So I'm gonna let that go, get some more wood in there after that burns out. And then I'll put on a log that I want to get the temp close to around, I want to say 250, 275. So we'll roll from there and keep it open like that. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, it's time to enjoy a cold one while the wood burns. Oh yeah. I got the cold brew. I'm gonna season it with the Salt Lick Dry Rub Original. Oh, I love this rub right here. So I'm gonna be getting the meat side first. Make it pretty. I'm going to be doing the fat cap up. So this is going to be the presentation side of brisket. Alright, so you could either leave it out there for room temperature or stick it back in the fridge. I'm going to go ahead and stick it back in the fridge. And then once the Highland's ready to go, I almost said Bronco. When the Highland's ready to go, then I stick it in the Highland cold. Alright, gonna go with the fat cap up. So I'm gonna let it roll for 4 hours and then I'll check it. So it's 12 o'clock right now. I can tell it's 12 o'clock at midnight, so bring it back in 4 hours. Just a little over 2 hours into the smoke. Temps at 255. As we're going from 250 to 260, so it's a pretty chilly night. Low right now. The temp's sitting at 55 outside, so yeah. And I put on a split about 20 minutes ago, so it's probably dying out already, but yeah, it's coming along. Chopping that wood. Alright, that is a nice night out right now. Chilly night, but nice. Hit the 4-hour mark. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, it's looking good, don't you think? Oh yeah. How's the bark? Bark's pretty much set. I'm gonna spritz it. It's just apple juice. Get it all in there. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna let it roll for another 2 hours, and then I'm gonna check it and see where it's at. Alright, then let's close it up and let's continue on. Temperature's dropping, so the split is on. Oh yeah, it's catching. Keep warm. The smell and just the heat. Man, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's good where it's at. And let's keep rocking. Six hours have gone by, so let's check it out. Oh yeah. Looks like it's gone a little bit darker. It's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna let it roll for a little bit more, and then I'll probably go ahead and wrap it. We're at 7 hours, so I want to see what the brisket looks like and probe it, and probably gonna go ahead and wrap it. Oh yeah, that's the color I like. So get from the point. All right. I mean, that was a flat. That's a point. You can read it. It's 176. So yeah, I'm gonna take it off, wrap it in butcher paper, and then leave it on there until it's probe tender. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There it is. Spray it down. Well, fat side up. Let's take it back to the pit. Alright, so fat side up, still with the point facing the fire. Alright, let's rock and roll. Gonna let it go for about an hour, and then I'll check it, see what the temp's at, see where the tenderness is at. So let's keep on moving. Oh, sunrise. It's, I don't know if you could tell, 7:19 in the morning. Yeah, made it through the night. You know, I would say I did hear some crazy noises out here. Heard a lot of coyotes, but weird noises. It's that time of month, right? October. Alright, probe 1 is for the cooking grate, so that's sitting at 252, but it's dropping down. I did put a probe in the brisket, so that's sitting at 190. We're about to hit 10 hours. It's been wrapped. So I'm going to add, as you can see, another split. So yeah, and it's windy right now. I don't know if you can tell by the sound. I do have the windscreen cat on here on the microphone, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear the wind, but it has been pretty windy since right after I got here. I started cooking after 12. So that's lit. Good to preheat your wood. So yeah, so it's been at 190. So once it gets a little more of that, and I'll probably end up probing it to see where it's at, get the feel of it, and then go from there. Look at that. Oh yeah, it's ready. But oh man, I'm gonna check the tenderness. Here's the flat. Oh, that went in nice. Okay, here's the point. Oh yeah, that went in nice too. Oh yeah. All right. So that's good right there. I'm gonna take it off and let it rest, and then take it over to my sister's house, and hopefully they'll enjoy it. So I'll try to get some footage of that too, see what, you know, so you can see what the brisket looks like. So I'll see ya then. I enjoyed this cook a lot. I really did, and you know, a lot of it obviously had to do with cooking for my parents and for their anniversary. Overall, you know, for my family as well, for them to enjoy what I cooked, and you know, that feels good to do too. And you know, majority of the time I cook just for myself, sometimes friends, but normally not for like my family, you know, from my wife's side of the family to my parents and sisters, nieces, and brother-in-laws, and it's a big family. So it was nice to do this, and just being out there throughout the whole night into the morning, you know, that was nice to see the sunrise. Chilly, but hey, that firebox, it really kept me warm, and I just stayed right next to it, and it helped out. It's getting a lot cooler now in Texas. It's getting a lot cooler now. But like I said, it was great, and they really enjoyed the brisket. They loved it, got a lot of compliments, and you know, that made me feel good. So I'm glad that they enjoyed it, and you know, overall taste of the brisket, it was great. It really was, and not overcooked or anything. It was just perfect, melted in your mouth, and we good?
Yeah, good. I know. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Right here.
Hi, you.
I know, right? Master chef.
I think the only thing that critiquing myself on it is that when it came to trimming fat cap, I should have trimmed a little bit, just a little bit more off of it. My eyes did deceive me, and I'm soon it'll look like I didn't need to trim off any more than what I did. But when slicing into it, you know, I was like, okay, I should have just trimmed off a little bit, just a little bit more, not a lot, but you know, that's me critiquing my work. And you know, obviously my family, they loved it and kept saying that no, you know, there's nothing like that. That to them it was great. And so you know, I really like that. But just critiquing myself, and you know, if I would change anything, that would be the thing that I would have done, was just trimmed off a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, it was good, and I enjoyed it, and it was, I mean, not dry at all. That prime one, man, you know. But overall, just the dinner itself, it was nice. Love the plate. That, I mean, just what I ate was so delicious.
It's good, and it's not like strong. It's got a good flavor to it.
I don't drink. Somebody look over there.
One chicken?
You know, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I know it's a lot longer than what I normally do, you know, but I kind of wanted to get everything in there, from the trimming to the cook, you know, process, the wrapping of it, and just me showing y'all, you know, what I do during the cook. You know, I just don't want to go and show y'all, okay, put the brisket on the smoker and then check it, and then later it's done. You know, no, and I like to show the progress, the process through everything, you know, and that's what I kind of want to do with every cook that I do when I put it on YouTube, so you can see how it is and see what I do, instead of just going right to the point of what this is, what that is, and okay, it's done, and then that's it, you know. So I know this might be a little bit longer, but I hope that, you know, it helps you out and that you just enjoy it, because I enjoyed it just cooking it. I mean, if you cook brisket, you know, you have some downtime, but you know, you're also catering to your pit and making sure that it's officially running the way that it should run. But you know, overall, I mean, it was great. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll get to do this again, you know, for my family. But thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. As always, folks, smoke on, everyone.